Good afternoon. I'm going to call the final public hearing on fiscal year 2025-26 final millage rates and final budget agenda of the South Florida Water Management District to order. It's September 23rd, 2025. Vice Chair Wagner and Mr. Bergeron are not going to be able to join us today. We have Mr. Spotswood is here in the room. Mr. Steinley is here. I am here. Mr. Butler, are you on?
Good evening, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Mr. Hurley?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Martinez?
I'm here, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Colonel Roman?
Yes, I'm here.
Thanks. I'm assuming we have a quorum. We will do the Pledge of Allegiance now. If you would stand and face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome to this public hearing on the final millage rates and budget for fiscal year 2025 and 2026. This meeting is being live streamed. Board members here in person, I'll ask you to make sure you turn your microphone on and you speak into the mic. For those board members on Zoom, I can't see you, raise your hand, so please speak up if you'd like to comment. Members of the public participating remotely who wish to address the board may use the raise your hand feature in Zoom. If members of the public are having trouble and need help, staff is available to assist you. You can call 561-686-8800 and press 6 for IT support, or you can go to our website, sfwmd.gov, and click the Ask Us button at the top of the page. If you're using a phone and you'd like to comment, please press *9 to raise your hand and *6 to mute and unmute. We'll take public comment first from those who are here in person and submitted a comment card, followed by those with raised hands on Zoom. Molly, are there any revisions to the agenda?
There are none, Mr. Chairman.
Are there any comment cards that were submitted?
We did not receive any comment cards.
And any raised hands on Zoom?
No, sir.
Thank you. Ms. Heater?
Good evening. Thank you. This is the second of two public hearings required by Chapter 200 Florida statutes to adopt millage rates and a budget for fiscal year 2025-2026. The first public hearing was held Thursday, September 11th at 5:15 p.m. This evening, staff will request action on 6 resolutions. 4 resolutions for the adoption of final fiscal year 2025-2026 millage rates, 1 resolution adopting the fiscal year 2025-2026 final budget. And after the adoption of the millage rates and budget, we do have 1 final resolution pertaining to the state's general appropriations from the fiscal year 2025-2026 and prior fiscal year's budgets. There are strict statutory guidelines that must be followed in adopting final millage rates and budget. The first substantive issue to be discussed is the millage rates necessary to fund the budget, those rates compared to the rolled back rates, and the specific purposes for which these ad valorem tax revenues will be used. As part of our discussion this evening, let's review the history of our agency's Okeechobee Basin combined millage rates in recent years. The district reduced its millage rates for 12 consecutive years. As illustrated on the slide, for the Okeechobee Basin combined millage rate, during the past 12 years, the combined millage rate has decreased over 63%. With these proposed rates, the fiscal year 2025-2026 will be the 28th consecutive year that the district has not increased its millage rates. Also, the fiscal year 2025-2026 proposed millage rates still remain at the lowest rates since the 1970s. The rates being proposed this evening are the same as those adopted by the Governing Board September 11th at the tentative budget public hearing. Therefore, the final South Florida Water Management District millage rates are as follows. District-wide, 0.0948 mil. By maintaining the same millage rate, This equates to a 6.64% increase in revenues, or 59 cents per $100,000 of taxable value, over the calculated rolled back millage rate of 0.0889. By maintaining the same millage rate, this also represents a 21.59% cut in the district-wide millage rate over the past 7 years. Big Cypress Basin, 0.0978 mil. By maintaining the same millage rate, this equates to a 5.62% increase in revenues, or 52 cents per $100,000 of taxable value, over the calculated rolled back millage rate of 0.0926. By maintaining the same millage rate, this also represents a 20.55% cut in the Big Cypress Basin millage rate over the past 7 years. Okeechobee Basin, 0.1026 mil. By maintaining the same millage rate, this equates to a 6.76% increase in revenues, or 65 cents per $100,000 of taxable value, over the calculated rolled back millage rate of 0.0961. By maintaining the same millage rate, this also represents a 21.68% cut in the Okeechobee Basin millage rate over the past 7 years. Everglades Construction Project, 0.0327 mil. By maintaining the same millage rate, this equates to a 6.86% increase in revenues, or 21 cents per $100,000 of taxable value, over the calculated rolled back millage rate of 0.0306. By maintaining the same millage rate, this also represents a 21.58% cut in the Everglades Construction Project millage rate over the past 7 years. The total combined Big Cypress Basin millage rate of 0.1926 mil in the Big Cypress Basin, Collier, and a small portion of mainland Monroe counties. These rates represent $19.26 annually per $100,000 of taxable value. The combined Okeechobee Basin millage rate of 0.2301 mil in the Okeechobee Basin, 15 of 16 counties. These rates represent $23.01 annually per $100,000 of taxable value. The district proposes maintaining the current millage rate to ensure mission-critical functions continue and support operations and maintenance of new and existing critical flood control infrastructure within both basins of the district. The specific purpose of additional ad valorem tax revenues is to support existing aging critical flood control infrastructure and SERP operations and maintenance, align recurring expenses with recurring revenues to fund the operations and maintenance of existing aging critical flood control infrastructure and completed SERP projects turned over to operations. Mr. Chairman, I turn the meeting back over to you prior to considering the next 4 resolutions on millage rates.
Thank you, Ms. Heater. Molly, as part of the governing board discussion, do we have public comments or questions?
We have no public comments, Mr. Chairman.
Are there any board member comments or questions before we move on to consider the resolutions? Board members will be voting on each resolution separately. I'll perform a roll call vote for each resolution as we've done in the past. Ms. Heater?
Thank you. There are 4 final millage rates for your consideration outlined as 2 on this slide and then 2 on the following slide, and each must be separately voted on. Resolution 2025-0925, adopting the district-wide final millage rate of 0.0948 mil within the Okeechobee Basin and Big Cypress Basin of the South Florida Water Management District for fiscal year 2025-2026.
Are there any board member comments or questions on that? If not, can I have a motion on 2025-0925?
Move for adoption, resolution 2025-0925.
Second.
Thanks. I have a motion and a second. Is there further discussion? Hearing none, we'll call that question. Mr. Spotswood?
Yes.
I'm going to vote yes. Mr. Steinle?
Yes.
Mr. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Hurley?
Yes.
Mr. Martinez?
Yes.
Colonel Roman?
Yes,
Thank you. That passes unanimously.
Resolution 2025-0926, adopting the Big Cypress Basin final millage rate of 0.0978 mil within the Big Cypress Basin of the South Florida Water Management District for fiscal year 2025-2026.
Thank you. Are there any board member comments or questions on that one? Can I have a motion?
Motion to adopt resolution 2025-0926.
Second.
Thanks. I have a motion and a second. Is there further discussion? Hearing none, we'll call that question. Mr. Spotswood?
Yes.
I'm going to vote yes. Mr. Steinle?
Yes.
Mr. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Hurley?
Yes.
Mr. Martinez?
Yes.
Colonel Roman?
yes,
Thank you. That passes unanimously.
Resolution 2025-0927, adopting the Okeechobee Basin final millage rate of 0.1026 mil within the Okeechobee Basin of the South Florida Water Management District for fiscal year 2025-2026.
Thank you. Are there any board member comments or questions on that one? If not, could I have a motion?
I move to adopt resolution number 2025-0927.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there further discussion? Hearing none, we'll call that question. Mr. Spotswood?
Yes.
I'm going to vote yes. Mr. Steinle?
Yes.
Mr. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Hurley?
Yes.
Mr. Martinez?
Yes.
Colonel Roman?
yes,
Thanks. That passes unanimously.
Resolution 2025-0928, adopting the Everglades Construction Project final millage rate of 0.0327 mil within the Okeechobee Basin of the South Florida Water Management District for fiscal year 2025-2026.
Any board member comments or questions on that one? Could I have a motion?
Move to adopt resolution 2025-0928.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there further discussion? Hearing none, call the question. Mr. Spotswood?
Yes.
I vote yes. Mr. Steinle?
Yes.
Mr. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Hurley?
Yes.
Mr. Martinez? Colonel Roman?
yes,
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Thanks, Ron. That passes unanimously.
This portion of the presentation pertains to the fiscal year 2025-2026 final budget amount of $1,342,098,977 to be considered this evening for both revenues and expenditures. The revenues and expenditures remain the same as the tentative budget. There have been no proposed changes. As a recap, the pie chart to the left illustrates the revenues. Ad valorem at 30% and state sources at 57%, the largest two sources, which make up 87% of the revenues. The pie chart to the right illustrates projected expenses by program. 90% of the budget continues to support restoration, operations, and maintenance. Mr. Chairman, I turn the meeting back over to you prior to considering the budget resolution.
Thank you, Ms. Heater. Molly, do we have any questions or comments from the public as part of the governing board discussion?
We do not, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Are there any board member comments or questions on this? If not, could I have a motion?
I move to adopt resolution number 2025-0929.
Second.
Thanks. We have a motion and a second. Is there further board discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the question. Mr. Spotswood?
Yes.
I'm going to vote yes. Mr. Steinle?
Yes.
Mr. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Hurley?
Yes.
Mr. Martinez?
Yes.
Colonel Roman?
yes,
Thank you. That passes unanimously.
The staff presents for consideration Resolution 2025-0930, to recognize the General Appropriations Act and prior appropriations as enacted by the legislature of the state of Florida in the South Florida Water Management District's fiscal year 2025-2026 adopted budget, authorizing the executive director of the South Florida Water Management District or designee to execute funding agreements with the Florida Department of Environmental Protection and to request distribution, transfer, release, advance, and reimbursement of funds through September 30th, 2026.
Thank you, Ms. Heater. Are there any board member comments or questions? If not, I'll ask for the last motion.
Move to adopt Resolution 2025-0930.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there further board discussion? Hearing none, call that question. Mr. Spotswood?
Yes.
I vote yes. Mr. Steinle?
Yes.
Mr. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Hurley?
Yes.
Mr. Martinez?
Yes.
Colonel Roman?
yes,
Thank you. That passes unanimously. Ms. Heater?
Thank you, and I know that I said this on the 11th, but I will repeat myself. I thank you all for your support, the leadership that is provided to us from our executive team, and then, of course, the hard work from the budget office and the departments and the agency to get us to this point. So thank you.
Ms. Heater, thank you. And for those of you who aren't in the room, you can't see that the staff is all sitting here, and I want to thank them very much, and I'd like the board to give them a round of applause, too. You know, it's a lot of hard work, and we really appreciate it. If there's nothing further, this meeting's adjourned.